Nice to meet you. Understanding history correctly reveals the future. Today, let's think about Syngman Rhee's student life in the United States. It is said that the betrayal of Kim Yoon-jong, a pro-Japanese and opportunist diplomat in the U.S., ignited Syngman Rhee's passion for education even more. Pastor Lee Ho reported Rhee's words as follows: "How can a Korean betray his own country and friends like that? I concluded that as long as Koreans are in such a degraded state, there can be no salvation for Korea. Therefore, I decided to dedicate my life to providing Christian education to Koreans." Even in Hanyang prison, Rhee's passion for learning continued, and it carried on in the United States. The first school Syngman Rhee chose was George Washington University, located right next to the White House in the heart of Washington, the capital. The university was very popular among political aspirants. Syngman Rhee became a freshman at the university at the age of 30. Rhee expressed his intention to become a Christian minister, and received a pastoral scholarship. It was a great benefit where he was exempted from all tuition fees, and only had to pay $1 per semester for library usage. However, according to Pastor Lee Ho's writings, Rhee, a poor student, often attended lectures in an exhausted state due to hunger. Rhee, who had a high interest in Christianity, also took 2 courses in Old Testament linguistics. He was able to complete his undergraduate studies in 2.5 years. Recognizing his lessons from Beiji School, and attending school in Washington also allowed him to develop an insight into the inner workings of American politics, which was a significant gain. During his undergraduate days, Syngman Rhee gave a total of about 170 lectures on Korean missions and independence at churches in the YMCA in the United States. The Morning Star, published in Newark, New Jersey, featured an interview with Syngman Rhee on July 25, 1907. Let's read the content of that article introduced by Pastor Lee Ho in his book. The ambitions of Japan and Russia to swallow up all of Asia are the same. However, the two countries differ in their methods. Russia, filled with excessive self-satisfaction, did not pay much attention to external criticism during the Russo-Japanese War, but Japan was different, believing it absolutely necessary to appear benign. Japan struggled to disguise its wolfish nature with the sheepskin of Western civilization. As a result, Russia was all noise and no substance. But Japan's guns quietly aim at the heart. There is no Korean who has succumbed to Japan. The great powers are unable to speak a word for the cause of justice. They fear provoking Japan and affecting commercial interests in the Far East. But can't you see that all of Asia is rapidly falling under Japanese rule? A peace stained with injustice towards weak nations cannot last forever. As we can learn from this article, Syngman Rhee had a clear understanding of the situation of his time. He exposed Japan's aggressive ambitions while introducing Korea. At the same time, Rhee argued that Japan, which was excessively submissive in front of the United States, would eventually endanger the US as well. However, Rhee's claim was nothing but a ridiculous statement that made Americans laugh. No one believed Rhee's words. But about 34 years later, as you all know, Japan invaded Pearl Harbor. Although no one believed Rhee's prophetic lecture at the time, it all came true later. After graduating from George Washington University, Syngman Rhee applied for a transfer to Harvard University. Pastor Lee Ho described the application as confident, and perhaps even arrogant, summarizing it as follows: "I have done important work in Korea and many are waiting for me. I have much to do upon my return to Korea and therefore have no time to spare. Thus, I must earn a doctoral degree within 2 years. If Harvard can grant me this degree, I will attend. If not, I will return to George Washington University. The professors here believe I can earn it in 2 years." Harvard professors, after reviewing his application, advised him to come to Harvard and complete a master's program for a year before deciding, as it is difficult, even for American students, to finish a doctorate in 2 years. Rhee enrolled at Harvard but soon became disappointed with the university's lack of interest in Christianity. He decided to transfer and applied to several schools in New York. By chance, he met Ernest Hall, a missionary he knew from Seoul, who recommended that Rhee pursue his doctoral studies at Princeton. Known for its strong religious fervor, Hall took Rhee to meet the dean of West Princeton, introducing him as a highly capable individual who would contribute greatly to the development of Christianity in Korea. At Princeton, Rhee once again boldly inquired if he could complete his doctorate in 2 years. Given his urgent duties in Korea, the dean promised to try and offered Rhee free lodging at the seminary. Rhee thus began his doctoral studies at Princeton. At that time, Princeton's president was Woodrow Wilson, who would later become the 28th president of the United States and support Rhee's independence movement. Wilson valued Rhee, inviting him to his home and allowing him to become close with his family. Wilson even referred to Rhee as the future savior of Korea. Rhee completed his doctoral studies at Princeton in just 2 years, proving his earlier question was not mere bravado. While it typically takes at least 5 years for an American to complete a doctorate, Rhee finished his bachelor's, master's, and doctoral studies in only 5 years, a remarkable achievement. This process usually takes about 12 years for America's elite, but Rhee did it in less than half that time. Doesn't it make you proud that such a talented individual was from our country? Despite being a poor nation steeped in superstition and a spirit of dependency, which led the United States to tolerate Japan's occupation, Rhee still managed to elevate the status of Joseon. Syngman Rhee's ability to complete a prestigious education in just 5 years became an important asset when dealing with Americans later on. High-ranking American officials and diplomats who interacted with Rhee were overwhelmed by his exceptional intellect, and some even expressed their respect for him, saying he knew more about American politics and history than Americans themselves. The first ambassador to Korea from the United States, Muchio, said he was so captivated by Rhee's discussions on American history that he would lose himself in the stories. That's all for today. We have looked at the life of the young Syngman Rhee, who, while waiting for his execution as a death row inmate, became a man of God after reading the Bible and praying, and then dramatically went to study in the United States, earning his bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. It seems to bring pride to us as citizens of South Korea that such a person, who, even the American elite respected, was one of our own. What do you all think about this after watching the video?